We started at Super Bowl in New York City. We went from Super Bowl on to Philadelphia, to DC, to Atlanta, All-Star, to New Orleans, to Detroit, and now we're here in Chicago. We're super happy to be here. The whole inception of Revolt is built and based on music. And when Mr. Combs and our co-founder Andy Shawn got together, they saw the void in music missing from television. I mean, we don't want to diss any other networks, but you know, you see the Teen Moms and all the original programming that's going on that's taken away from the music. So the whole idea and theory behind Revolt Television is music. It's currently in your market on Xfinity Comcast 476. It is all music, all day, every day, and we pride ourselves on that. And we're not the traditional network where we based our music selections off of airplay or any charts or formats. We play what we like. We had a studio reveal of our Studio A, which is our main studio in Los Angeles, California, where we had the top names in music, from Kendrick Lamar to Meek Mill to you name it, but we chose Travis Scott to perform. We chose an alternative rock act named Conway off of Columbia Records to perform, because that's what we like. And what we think is hot, we air. We have meetings full of young people that give us the energy that fuels the station. And you know, the chairman and Puff, I call him Puff, Diddy, Sean, he has 100 names, but at Revolt we call him the chairman, and his whole thing is for the people and by the people. And he's a creative, so he doesn't have limits, he doesn't have rules. So what he says he wants to do, he does, and he's put a team of executives together along with myself to create this amazing station. And a little bit about me, I mean, I don't know if you all know my background, but I come from Washington, D.C. I moved to Atlanta in the mid-90s, became the party guy. Was fortunate enough to work with some of the greats that are now icons in pop culture. And Puff and I have always had a relationship. I signed a girl group Dream with him back in late 99, early 2000. We sold a bunch of records, and he had always been courting. I became his nemesis, being a part of a brand I won't give any props to, but Susie loves him to death. Anymore, I won't give any props. But anyway, so I became his biggest competitor. I just want to teach you all about putting yourself in position to win. I was with this company, really a company that never empowered black men, one, two, or celebrity. And I changed the culture in thinking of that brand. Sean, aka the chairman, got a hold of that, and he wanted to hire me for his brand, which is Ciroc. I'll probably say Ciroc now, but I would never have said it back then. But he came to Atlanta one weekend, and it was BET Hip Hop Awards, and I knew Revolt was on the way. It was about a year away from launching. But I wanted to work for Revolt, so I made a move. I put a billboard in front of Justin's, his restaurant. I was holding a competitive spirit bottle like this, looking at Justin's. And then he came to the club, and I got a booth that separated him from the crowd. And every time he bought some Ciroc, I would buy the other thing. I was doing it merely as a ploy. I didn't know it was going to blow up the way that it blew up, and it was kind of ugly for a minute, but it ended up working out to my advantage, because that got his attention to the point where he brought me to California to meet with Andy Shawn and Andre Harrell about Revolt. And when he sold me on what the vision was, I was blown. My mind was blown. I've been in pop culture for 20 years. I've been contributing on my level for a long time. And when he laid it out for me, it was just another level of, wow, like, you know, I'm a father. I've been married 15 years. I have a 13 and 9-year-old, and I can actually program pop culture. So that's your hierarchy's thinking. So if I'm telling you that's how I'm thinking, you imagine, I don't know if you saw Ivan, but he's running around here. Ivan is the genius behind White Guy. All the genius behind all the creative you see, the programming, the visuals, all the intricacies and the interstitials, and a lot of those things he's responsible for. We also have another genius, his name is Rob, and we're shooting a documentary right now. So people always want to know the state of music. People always want to know what millennials are thinking about. You look at these Fortune 500 companies that advertise on these stations, that get involved in communities like ours, because we are the most spending generation ever, the most consuming generation ever. Well, this next generation is, and they want to know how to get to them. So just understand that, you know, when you're dealing with us, when you're participating with any of Sean's companies, I'm sorry, Mr. Combs' companies, that it's really for and by the people. I mean, nothing he has was done by pure genius. I think he has a formula of connecting with people like no other, and that's truly what Revolt is about.